Hello everyone, Albino Sunburned, Albino plays Phoenix Wright's Attorney Trilogy, episode 26. God! What was that last thing? So annoying! I pressed him in every sentence, and it didn't work.
But I had to do it in a specific order, so I could rehear information I already knew, so that Phoenix Wright's little stupid light bulb would go off in his head.
Oh! Okay, I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim in the department, okay? Well, how about you press that shit? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything?
Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Why would you care about that? Victim's division doesn't matter. Victim's ID number is the most decisive individual identifier. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all. Dude, it's the same victim, I absolutely guarantee it. Goodman is who they think they're talking about.
We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189.
5842189, there you go.
Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
The ID number of the victim. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think...
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
Witness!
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Two detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh ho, is it yours?
No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman.
Shame on you, Righto! Personnel IDs are top secret!
Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
And this means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that?
Oh, sharp as a tack! Righto, sharp as a tack!
But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, and in a completely different location.
Oh man, that doesn't seem very likely. Oh, I wonder how this is gonna play out.
Order! 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 Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case.
Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait.
I said wait. Or didn't you hear me?
The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours!
What? How? How dare?
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news.
Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha!
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
You don't mean him?
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident.
Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
Gah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence duty on your part, Worthy.
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I...
No such luck this time, Worthy, or should I say, unworthy.
What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant?
Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Raito over here. Good job, Raito, my boy!
Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! Oh man, that Edgeworth seems really on edge.
Oh my god, you kill me, Charlene! We should go out for drinks later.
It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do.
You'd better get results this time. Really.
You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. Oh my god, Edgeworth fucked up so bad. Oh man. Yep, let's save our progress up to this point. We're about to do another investigation. Which I'm good with. Tired of answering questions. Tired of getting the runaround with the damn pressing. So, yeah. Oh, cool, I'm being called by a random number from California. Dude, what the hell is Yorba Linda? Is that a real place? Never heard of it.
Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused.
Huh?
Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least.
Alright, let's do it!
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Look, we're in this together, right?
I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
That oil drum, was it empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never!
Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not it at all! It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her.
Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Huh? What's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Luminol?
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
But wouldn't the police have already done those tests?
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it.
Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of those things?
To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the X button to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains.
Dude, imagine Dora the Explorer in just some random episode.
Let's find us some bloodstains. Let's find us some semen, guys. What do you think?
Oh, there it is right there. I can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain?
It's so... ugh.
Emma, you're shaking.
It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood.
Scientific investigation in action.
Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course.
What's odd about this, scientifically?
The amount of blood?
The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this.
Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right?
Yeah. And this stuff's pretty handy too.
I saved up my allowance to buy that. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case.
Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah, it feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious.
Ha!
Oh.
I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr, you only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house.
Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering.
You certainly put me in a tight spot today.
My apologies, Miss Starr, but...
No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see? I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry.
Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable.
Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman!
I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what?
So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. And no matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up.
Coughed it up?
They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches.
And you were let go? Fired?
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident.
SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean...
What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know?
Really?
That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed.
You guys like how I say Goodman?
As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet!
Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Or not. You know, sure. Maybe I have to present the knife now. Oh, same shit, alright. SL9. There's nothing else related to SL9 here. So... that's it, man. You're not giving me anything else. What do you want me to do? Let's see. Would there be any blood on the phone? Oh, look at that! This blood must be from when Lana...
No, my sister isn't the murderer!
But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged.
Hey, just whose side are you on?
This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. No spray there, no spray on the door, no spray on the ladder. Any spray, like, you wrapped your hand around the partition, maybe? No? Alright. Well, if you tipped over the can, there should be blood on the can, but there's not. There should be plenty of blood in the trunk. Bam, 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 bam. This is one full bottle of luminol. Bam, bam, bam. But it's cool that they just kind of let you do this. That's it then, man. There's no more blood anywhere. She didn't try to go through that door. And that's the spray. Alright, nothing else on the car. Is there any blood on the fence? Maybe, like somebody did in fact climb a fence? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so much for that. What do you want from me now? Like, will you tell us more about SL9? But what you won't though.
Okay, I guess we're done. High Prosecutor's Office, let's go there. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Okay. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Ooh, a real crime scene. Okay. Guard station. Oh, yeah. There's this dude. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Right. Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie! Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. A poochie. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Well, let's do that then. Why is there a frickin' noose here? Look, on the floor, a lasso! Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed! You sure have an active imagination. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Whoops. So we weren't supposed to go here yet. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yarg myself. Yeah, I don't know about that, but, you know, whatever you want to think. Criminal Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. Let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. Yeah, who's the other suspect then? It's probably the cowboy dude, because he's not at his post. I guess we're not done with this area. Oh yeah, we've just sprayed. We haven't, like, examined everything yet. So this is the famous oil drum. Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hi-ya! That's okay. Don't cry. That Lana Skye must be one strong woman. Or it wasn't a woman at all. So this is the famous divider. It sure helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped our case more than the actual witness. The Great Divider, a chip off the old parking block. It's just a wall, scientifically speaking. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. Look, a door! This must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Aha! The theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Ah! Hey, Mr. Wright, maybe you know. Was Mr. Relativity German, or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Einstein was Jewish, but thanks. The clue is in the name Stein. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. Yeah, no. That's where we found that note. 221 SL9, the SL9 incident. Oh wait, that's me. A case that was due for transferal the day of the murder. And the detective in charge of the case was the victim. I wonder what kind of case this SL9 incident thing was. It's kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number. That's about as red as a sports car can get. Yup, it's pretty red alright. The body was found in Edgeworth's car trunk. And the lock on the trunk was broken too. So the question is, why did Miss Skye chose his car? So what model car is it? I think it was called a sedan or a coupe or something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. Maybe it is about time I got my driver's license. Oh my god, you're just like me. B block is through there, it's where visitors park, so Miss Stark climbed over this fence. It seems so, yeah, that fence is 9 feet high at least. Well, no time like the present, I think I'll give it a little try. Eek! It's okay, don't cry. Maybe there's a Lunchland Olympics team? Well, that's it, we've examined everything. And you won't give me more things to talk about. Yeah. Something about SL9, something about SL9. She will not continue. I don't understand. I've given you everything about SL9. And you still won't. Could you take a look at this? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No. Yeah, okay. There's nothing else to do, man. No, I don't want you to take a look at it, damn it. I already tried to, like, spray the top anyway. What am I supposed to do? Hello. What do you think I should do? Should begin with that thing. The mystery of the victim. Yeah, 2 places simultaneously. Oh, well, you should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I tried that. They wouldn't let me in. They wouldn't let me into the station. I do not understand why that was. 'Cause this dude's not here, and I've examined everything, and no one's like come in unannounced or anything. Just feeling extremely lonely here, and you can't slide. So what do you want? Blue Badger is still writhing around today. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's gonna do something naughty. Ew. Look, that patrolman is saluting that other guy. He must be a detective. You idiot! What were you thinking? Where's your head?
Sir, it's right here, sir.
Guess he wasn't saluting, he was showing the detective where his head was. They make a good pair. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. There is nothing to do. I have been everywhere. I do not understand what is going on. 'Cause this dude was like, hey, talk more about SL9. But then there aren't any more dialogue options. I'm an attorney, tell me about SL9. That looks like a petrified piece of provolone. Huh? It's not. It's my attorney's badge. I'd think a petrified piece of provolone would fetch more on the open market. Look, my badge isn't up for sale. Not yet, at least. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. A body with Edgeworth's knife stuck in it was found in Edgeworth's car. Oh, so his knife was in the victim, then. Really? Okay, I guess I was wrong about the other thing, then. I'd think he owes me his gratitude. Gratitude? Why, if I hadn't witnessed the crime, Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect. I wonder. Still, it's strange. Why didn't our chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? What do you think of the Blue Badger? Nothing? Alright, cool. No, that's fine. That's 100% okay. You take a look at this? No, yeah, that's alright. We'll just, yeah, okay. You want to take a look at Alana's cell phone, huh? It was when I grabbed the chief prosecutor on the shoulder. She dropped that phone on the pavement. That's when you heard her talking about the muffler, right? Little did I know, it was a trap. The red car's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler. What was Miss Sky really trying to say, I wonder? I don't know. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes.
So you went straight to the scene of the crime?
I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes.
In other words, 5 minutes after the crime?
Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were.
The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem.
Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time.
That time?
Now will you talk about it? Dude!
So stupid.
That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We are nothing to them. Disposable.
Disposable?
To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Executed?
Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred.
What? But the criminal was executed, right?
On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made up evidence.
What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job.
And you were one of those?
Myself and one other person you know well.
Wait, could it be?
Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I.
You haven't forgotten SL9?
There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now, and no one up in their fancy offices can stop us.
Wait, those lunches you sell.
There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate.
Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence.
There has to be a connection. So, rookie.
What?
It seems like you're serious about investigating this case.
Yes.
Then you should take this.
A Salisbury steak lunch?
I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat.
Officer Marshall, huh? Oh, okay.
Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your... are you going out? Why do you want to know?
I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold.
Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that.
I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall.
Okay, now we can move to the other place. Finally.
This place is charged with frantic energy as always.
Please! Huh? Wasn't that... One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe.
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Ugh. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence.
The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
The same day another detective was... Yeah. And the perpetrator, you have a suspect? Well, yeah, just arrested him, yeah, okay.
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly.
Wait, don't leave!
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later.
Yeah, it's Jake Marshall for sure.
He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start.
Just to check. Yep, figured. Okay, back to... here, and then to the detention center.
Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Whee! Whip. What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator against, sir. That's what I'd say.
Oh, was it Meekins? Oh, wow.
Oh, that's right. He did cut his hand too, huh?
Damn.
Hi. Greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center?
No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report?
No, sir. How should I say this?
Wait, he isn't... Is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't... Did you?
Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir!
What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events.
Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir! Sir!
Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins.
I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir.
Dude, his voice is so annoying, but there's no other voice to use.
So normally there's a guard at the evidence room?
That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall.
Marshall?
Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir.
A suspicious person? Oh,
yeah, wow.
What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then?
After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red, I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center.
How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir.
A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime?
Well, you see, sir,
Don't you think you should just confess?
But sir, but there was nothing I could do.
Nothing you could do?
Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious.
The next thing you knew, you were... Huh?
Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone! Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
What?
Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow! Sir, can you imagine how I felt?
The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right?
Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim.
I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at that.
Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger, or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side.
So you didn't know him?
Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives.
So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir, none. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir.
At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Officer Meekins, this is for you.
Eek! I'm scared of knives, sir.
It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it.
That's it, sir. Last night, sir, that's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being peeled.
On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Well, what about this knife? Officer Meekins, this is for you. Eek, I'm scared of knives. It's okay, that's it, yep. Oh, you're saying that's, yeah, okay, you don't know about the specific knife then. Take a look at this. Sorry, sir, really don't know what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. It's passing the buck. Takes special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth.
Hey, why do you have that? That's...
From the day it was taken at the prosecutor's office. The day that Detective Goodman's body was found in the trunk.
So this means I'm a free man, innocent! If this is a dream, sir, then I hope I never wake up.
If this is a dream, you better wake up right now. Do you think you could take a look at this?
Hey! That's it, sir, that's it! That's it!
That's what?
My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember. I remember, sir.
You mean you remember what happened?
Correct. That card was the cause of it all.
This ID card?
Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing.
I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember?
Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room.
And that's why you thought he looked suspicious.
Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me!
What?
Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now, so I whooped and leaped at him!
Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him?
Do unto others before they do unto you! My own father's words, sir!
What happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here.
Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir, that's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh? But you still ended up here?
They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time.
Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. Oh, this could be like Jake Marshall dressed up as Bruce Goodman. Or Goodman. Could be, man. He had like all his cowboy clothes up on the rafters or something. I don't know, man. It could have done it. I mean, he is the guard station person. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape.
And you waited until now to tell us this?
I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, guess we better go check out the crime scene. Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you could like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.